Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. This is our Path of the Damned Herald run, episode 67. We are in Hasango. After
That looks complicated.
a whole long time avoiding story progression, we are now story progressing. Oh no, this is a kitchen apparently. Or like a mess hall, maybe? Pop out here. Actually, probably need to rest real. And realistically, I don't think I've rested in a very, very long time. So let's go in here and rest real quick. And then we will continue onwards. Lippo Dippo! Doing? Are you stuck over there? Coming? I come in, Papa. Oh, you coming, Papa? What? Are you in play mode? Oh, you. Pretty roll. Supposed to wait. In play mode. She looking for the Odie. She wants to get chased. Alright. Do I still have hot skewers? Looks like it. You have 15? Yeah. Should be good. Rest. Hot skewers are fucking dope.
Speak freely. Let's go.
You must gather your party before.
I'm gathering my party, Ashley Johnson. Gosh. Alright, are these sigils or are they totems? One is something I can deal with. Well,
Your orders?
Hey.
Your orders?
Yeah?
What can I do you for?
I'm gonna load real quick because it looks like we got some graphics bugs there. Can I have this paw? No? Can I have this paw? He's like, no! I fight! I fight!
Soul in the darkness. One ready for raping.
Oh. Gentle kitty, gentle. Gentle kitty. Says, I know, gentle. I just fight. Okay. Better now. A fucking sea troll. Coral Naga Totem. Okay. This is gonna be a fucking fight.
I see. Soul in the darkness. One ready for raping.
Alright, so I'm going to make it priority for her.
Just like that.
I don't think I can.
Nice to take out the totems. Okay.
That must have hurt.
So good.
Where is she going? What are you doing? Stop. Fucking A, that's so annoying sometimes when the game does that.
Stand together.
Like, where is he going right now? Where are half these people going? Attack the nearest target. Y'all are numpties. Alright, you need to fucking...
I'm fixing to be sick.
Lava. Beyond seek.
Really just do that? Yeah, merciless gaze up and delare to... Punk ass bitch.
You see that, Ishi? I'm listening.
Yeah. Oh, good.
No use. Hey. Lava beyond seek. I cannot whack him any harder, man.
I cannot work him any harder.
Lava beyond seek.
I don't know where Adair's going. Or why. Why he's going there. Whatever, though. We are definitely
Stand together.
prepped to
What can I
take
do
these
you
people
for?
on. Man, this sea troll ain't doing shit.
Yeah. That must have hurt.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Look at how many deep wounds he has on him. Oh my goodness. And people don't like deep wounds, really? Oof. I like deep wounds. Maybe I only like deep wounds in this party because I've got like multiple rogues proccing it, but it seems strong to me.
Sure thing.
It's like 10% extra damage. I'm sure someone can like mathematician me that and be like, this is why it's bad. And this is why you're bad. But in the meantime.
Ishi, quiet time. Ishi. Where's Ishi?
Keeping an eye out.
Jesus. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I'm dumb. Alright. We've got smugglers over here. Or looters, rather.
Enough black powder here to sink dunnage.
Load it up before them snakes come back.
Why are you sinking dunnage?
Wait.
Baldur.
Her fucking obsession.
This is futile. Don't see why not.
Gonna try to pop this mage. He has very high deflection because of Wizard's Double, actually. So I'm less inclined to pop that mage, more inclined to pop this other guy.
Son of a cur!
No.
Stand together.
I think that's beyond me.
Kinda stuck.
Oh, good.
I'm no help here.
Alright. You bitch. Son of a bit, son of a bit, son of a bit, gun.
Not even.
Ooh! Did that miss? Misses! No! Oh, yeah. I mean, that's hard to hit. Starting at a minus 28.
Not happening.
Hey, we hit. Nice. Got to roll high.
Just like that.
Lava Ruby. Cannot whack him any harder.
Bonus. That would be enough.
Kinda stuck
What can
over
I do
here.
you for?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, good. Bonus.
Yes.
You see that, Ishi?
No can do.
This is futile.
Yeah.
Guess I need,
Just
you know, if I had the long-ranged punchy fists, this would not be a problem right now. Actually.
Are you even trying? No can do.
Hold up. Sacrifice that guy. Get out of here. Sacrifice him. Sacrifice him. Oh. Did it work? Yeah! I sacrificed him. Nice. That's fun.
Happy to oblige.
Of course.
Alright, there really wasn't much
thing.
of a reason to kill them other than to kill a bunch of looters. Hold. Okay, so we can run into the center and fight. Seems like a bad idea, but we might do it anyways.
Right between the eyes. What did you...
Hey, that's what I was looking for. Well, not specifically, but
Ishi.
I was looking for... Ah! No one wants Royal
shall be
Deadfire
discreet.
Company colors. Are you kidding me? Ooh. Ooh, someone blew out a candle. I love when the mama blows out a candle. Why? Just kind of like... Ooh! I got kitty cats running. Ugh.
What did you...
Hey!
Ishi.
Happily.
Grenades. Granado!
I'm listening. Right between... Aye, aye. You were saying?
Alright, so this will allow us to go up on the top side and kind of skip a lot of the stuff over here, which I
Captain?
don't really want to do.
Just say the word.
I love this little formation, though.
Not happening. You were saying?
Crybaby! What you crying? Alright, so we got the lighthouse up here. We can head that way.
Darkness. One ready for reaping.
I love that there's so many different directions you can go in Hasango. It's fun. So many ways to, like, quote unquote complete the map. Ah, mama! Dark cave. Love you. Night.
I taste his fear. Open, open.
Whoa, whoa, look. Great.
Good.
Sorry, friend. I can't. Stand together!
Nice.
How may I help? Of course. Indeed.
Asango Workshop Records. It's a lot of saltpeter and ammunition and black powder. Sending a lot of black powder to the Brass Citadel. Huh?
Real quiet now.
Oh, this guy is still alive? I didn't remember that. An older man hunches over a work table, scribbling furiously by the light of a flickering lantern. His hair is an oily, matted mess, and his cheeks are streaked with black. He looks up as you enter, shielding his eyes from the torchlight behind you.
Finally, some peace and quiet. Just keep that bird away from my work.
He glares at Ashiza.
Stand down, Ishi. The man is doing important work.
Slave sphincter, those snakes were noisy. I don't suppose you brought any extra parchment with you?
He brushes a lock of greasy hair behind his ear. As he does, his ink-stained fingers leave another mark on his cheek. Your fortress is under attack and you're worried about parchment?
Of course. What else?
He breaks off and pinches the bridge of his nose, smudging it with black too.
Slowly, Aimuro. Can't expect them to know if you don't tell them.
He takes another deep breath and nods, seemingly to himself.
Fie, suppose he's got a better half tucked in there too?
Fuck you, Isilmir. Isilmir's mischief sparkles in Aloth's eyes.
I'm writing it all down. My research, my work. Something to survive before the next walk-in Colossus, the next Naga warband.
He blinks, his eyes wide and distant.
Do you need something? If not, I should focus. So much to do.
He turns back to the pages on the table. What happened here?
What didn't? A Colossus made of Adra marched through the fort, grew bright like luminous, and scores of soldiers fell dead. Incredible.
His quill stops moving and his gaze grows distant.
If Aethys got to them first, then you can fit their remains in a pouch of white leaf.
Sighing, Maya scratches the back of her head.
Then the Naga killed everyone else. Except Latharn, I suppose. Yes, he must have left.
Latharn?
Dawnstar fellow. Arrived yesterday, last week. Complained of strange dreams. Smart of him to leave so soon.
He's gotta be acting on his dreams, trying to help our god.
Faint trace of a smile forms on Adair's lips. Zuhira survived, along with a few others.
They should split up. Safer that way. Better odds.
Jeez, y'all. We're band together and defend each other. I see.
Do you need something? If not, I should focus. So much to do.
Zuhira told me you had explosive shells for the bombard.
Only one. Just a prototype. In there.
Points to a chest against the wall.
Captain, I don't ask for much. I need to see this thing go off.
Shodi lifts her chin in interest.
It is most impressive.
He brightens, nodding enthusiastically at Maya.
You're welcome to it. I only ask that you compile notes on the blast radius, detonation temperature, smoke formation, debris trajectory.
He continues muttering quietly to himself, ticking the items off with sharp jabs of his quill. How do I get to the lighthouse?
How indeed.
A high, anxious laugh tumbles out of him.
Naga everywhere. Suppose your best chance will be up along the walls, west and south. But how to get there?
He shakes his head.
Better perhaps to keep going south, around the edge of the fort, through Fleet Master Ko's office. More cover from the Naga.
There are survivors holed up by the docks. I can help you reach them. He waves a hand, already turning back to his notes.
Safety in numbers, eh? A comforting illusion. Let the others have it if they wish it.
He wipes his cheek, smearing more ink across it.
I must see that my work survives.
Farewell. Night, my man.
Happily.
So, I'll close the door behind. No, no, doggo, bad doggo. Close the door behind us so that hopefully he has some peace and quiet. But I think we're just gonna go fight some Naga. Because I could go bombard them, but I don't want to.
Still as a pond.
Of course.
All right, so this could be a really tough fight. If we take out the Naga totems summon more Naga. So if we take those out quickly, we should be okay.
Whoa, whoa, look.
I'm listening.
Nothing I can do.
Okay. So we're going to teleport. I'm immobilized. Oh no.
No can do.
Why is Shodi back here fucking stuck? It doesn't make any sense. Walk over here and attack some people, you numbnuts. Okay, he's immobilized by coral spit. Gonna...
It's no use.
Okay.
Lava beyond
Okay, so we are getting into a bit of trouble, I would say.
This is futile.
Okay.
Not happening. Right between the eyes.
Then. Kinda. Stuck over here. May I be a candle in the night. I'm no help here.
Just like that.
Lava beyond seek.
Okay, so I do want to try to provide some assistance. That.
Hey, we had some
That was
good
about as
times.
useful as a bump on a pickle.
Gonna go ahead and get Adair out of here. Visible. If for no other fucking reason than
Something I ate's
my
coming back.
goddamn formation just gets broken because my fucking main character is like, no, run, save Adair, and I'm like, it's really not that big of a deal. I wish you could. So the The scripting in this game is pretty powerful, but it's not super intuitive. I wish there were just simple options. Like you can uncheck the ability to like. I thought I did that though. Like let's take a look at this real quick. Oh, stop. Yeah, we're on Herald behavior. Herald behavior. Yeah, it's not. He's not supposed to break engagement for this, which means he must be actually falling back to this behavior, which is really fucking annoying. Dumb.
That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle. Yeah. That hardly seems fair.
Right.
You see that, Ishi?
Just like that.
It's no use.
Mo, Ixie, on us. Oh, good.
Damn.
Mo, Ixie, on us.
Heal the burb.
Stand together. Stuck over here.
That dog won't hunt.
Nice. I'm good.
Just like that.
You see that, Ishi?
Oh, that's the stuff. Oh!
Damn.
Hey.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, right away.
We crit so much. We crit all of the amounts. All of them. All of the critting. Okay. And go that way. We'll just have to go around.
Your orders? Ha! Right between the eyes. You were to give me the order.
So we're gonna go up here.
That's not very helpful.
Oh, good. Mo, Ixie, on us.
Lavaru beyond sick.
Do these count as Kith? Wonder. Getting closer.
Your orders? Ishi.
Definitely getting
You
closer.
were saying?
I see a soul in the darkness. One ready. Mo, Ixie, on us. Just like that.
Right between the eyes.
Stand together. Sure. I don't think I can pull that off. Yeah.
Nice.
Hey. What can I do? Yes.
Good.
I'm here.
Nice. Burn in the flames.
Dim in the lantern.
All right, sweet. Down into the Fleet Master's office. Odie boy, you're so cute. Look at this cute ass boy. This cute ass boy. Look at this cute ass boy. Bory boy. Letter from Letharn. This letter is written in a small, meticulous hand. Co, you know I've never been one for superstition, but I'm telling you, there's something to these dreams. Couldn't tell you what they mean, only that they wake me 3 times a night. All of us working your farms, pious Aethasians to a man, are having them too. Got no mind to tell you how to run your fort, but I've got to look after my brethren here. We left homes and families back in Raid Saris, and now we're seeing strange things and laboring next to a duke's ransom in black powder. Or did you reckon a dumb hick like me wouldn't notice? There's a doggo here.
Ah, remember this little soldier? Glad to see you made it, friend.
Maya kneels down to scratch the dog's ears. Ishiza hops closer and cocks his head. A faint trace of a smile forms on Adair's lips. Beckon the dog to come with you. He takes a few tentative steps forward and sniffs your hand. He lowers his head under your fingers and looks up at you expectantly. Scratch behind his ears. He closes his eye and raises his head, helping you find just the right spot. After several seconds of this, he stands and shakes himself off, ready to go. Nice. We got Kaz. Look at Kaz. Ooh, +1 stealth and +1 survival. Party-wide, 5% of grazes converted to, or 5% of hits converted to grazes. That's pretty good. I think we want the more offensive version, though, basically. Yeah. Did it. Wait. Cool.
I shall put it to good use. I'm here.
I'll put it to good use. I like that it's like a star fort, you know, before it was utterly destroyed, smashed to pieces. Touch a berry. Okay, there's some over here. There's some peeps somewhere over here. Yeah, I was gonna say. Definitely something. Like, this is not like a solo troll fight over here.
Just like that. Position.
Moe Ixie on.
Yeah.
That dog won't hunt.
Good.
Lava beyond seek.
Nice fucking damage.
Just like that.
So increased accuracy. Probably not gonna work, but and in theory I'd like to turn on. And the flanking is what really fucks this up.
There's a walloping.
Now she has 10. She should have more. They're not counting litany? Okay. Seriously, it doesn't count litany? Okay, so that's absolutely incorrect. She has... That says 9.5. So it should be 11.5, so 12.
There's a
now?
walloping.
Oh, good.
Standing your orders.
Dear God. Why did... Okay. Why does Jolting Touch jump to so many targets? Has it always been like that? Jesus.
Smart, don't it?
Lava
Didn't
beyond
work.
seek.
Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Each of these characters is just getting to the point to where they're just kind of like crazy strong.
Yes.
What can I
Shodi
do?
now has basically the
see that,
armor of
Ishi?
our main tank and more health,
Oh, good.
while not having utterly shit DP stats. Pretty nice.
Yeah.
Aloth
Alright.
and Maya both just do crazy damage. Adair
Indeed.
does crazy damage. Pretty dope. Swank.
Captain. Give me the order.
Ro'o.
Speak freely. Still got it. Captain.
Stand in the flames.
Happily.
Sweet. It's kind of ripping through Hasango pretty easily. Like, the game is set to fucking Path of the Damned, right? So like if we look at our difficulty, we're on Path of the Damned, and we have scale up. Like everything scales upward, right? But it's just like we're at the point to where our builds are so together that it doesn't matter. We just fucking like crit. Pretty much the only thing that is gonna be a difficulty for us is stuff that severely outscales us, or like the real big fights in the game. And there are a couple of those. The scaling will taper off eventually once we hit max level, but the big fights, I mean the big fights are always the big fights.
Keep it down.
They're tough no
You were
matter what.
saying? Speak. You were saying. Ishi.
Come up here,
Quiet time.
climb that crack, and then you can bypass all of this stuff. But again, where's the fun in bypassing everything? I like to fight things. It's the like vast majority of the fun in this. It's coming up with builds and then trying those builds out. Okay, we gotta get up there and get that lonely cat. But in the meantime, I say we like to fight things, but I'm actually probably about to skip a fight by trying to talk our way through it. Cause it's fun to, you know, it's fun to find the key and get around it. So, here we go. Yes. The lighthouse is quiet, but for soft, sibilant whispers. There's a repetitive, incantatory quality to them. Yet as you cross the threshold, an old Naga with skin like cracked leather breaks off. He swivels to face you, bearing one broken fang.
The sea-striped fiends send you to uproot the tree of the gods, yes? Their blasphemy knows no bounds.
Give the order, Captain. Or just nod. I'm not picky.
Maya's upper lip pulls back in a grimace. Shodi nibbles on her lips to hide a spreading smile. His head twitches in her direction, his tongue flickering.
So, the fiends corrupt even the sand-striped ones. Now I taste their stench on her. If you join them in befouling the Adra, then you will join them in death too.
You're telling me the slaughter is all about Adra?
The tree of the gods, yes, which these fiends plunder and profane. Go, carry a warning of what you have seen to the other shufflers.
His tongue whips from his mouth like a ripped streamer. What warning do you expect me to deliver?
That shufflers must not disturb these roots, or the gods will destroy the islands again.
Someone should have been talking to the Naga the entire time. The other Naga hiss in agreement. You're saying the gods have brought ruin on Deadfire before. He bears his broken fang in surprise.
Do your stories say nothing of the many disasters? Of the shuffler nests washed away like foam? Many generations ago, the sand-striped ones built great hives across the islands, and bastions around the Adra roots.
At this, the others hissed angrily. Huana civilization spanned the archipelago, but the Ingwithans built temples around the Adra.
They did not build alone. The sand-striped ones helped, as they help other fiends now.
He eyes Maya coldly.
Their meddling displeased the gods. So the gods smashed their works with heaving volcanoes and crashing waves.
Not quite, but so you think history is repeating itself?
You shufflers are beasts of habit. You do not learn. You do not change. You cast off your sheddings by night, only to put them back on at daybreak. You wrap yourself in filthy, worn-out things.
Alright, I can see your buddies over here literally have clothing and armor on. Calm yourself, Snake Man. A tremor of disgust ripples through his body.
Our ancestors hid deep where the waters quenched the fires and muffled the storms. They remembered while shufflers scattered. Now, the shufflers build again.
He thumps his tail on the floorboards.
The gods see. They will tear them all down.
Berath sent me. I am here doing the will of the gods.
The shuffler's tongue is thick with blasphemy. Kill him now, Suka.
The other Naga draws into a tight coil as if preparing to strike. His tail whips on the ground as he considers you.
If your fat tongue speaks true, then give us proof.
gods summoned storms, called down moons. They wanted Hasango destroyed. They would not have left a single stone standing. Sugan regards you with a wary eye.
If this is not some fat-tongued lie, then show us. Approach. Restore the blessing of the gods to the Adra.
That did not go the way I thought it was.
As your
See how it
hand
goes?
touches the dim
Hey.
Adra, you feel the same cool, pricking sensation that you did when you touched the pillar.
Oh,
in
Ashley.
Court Mage. You concentrate on the pillar. The world around you swiftly falls away, leaving only the vast emptiness of the in-between. The Adra and a multitude of golden threads undulating off into the distance.
Undulating.
For a second time, you gather the threads in your mind and bind them together, forming a solid tether that ripples out toward its distant anchor. Again, a crack sounds from the terminus. Your consciousness is violently pulled along the cord. You are prepared for the sensation this time, but are still disoriented when you come to a sudden stop. You find yourself standing behind a familiar Titanic statue as it trudges through invisible waters. Standing at Aethys' shoulder, your soul is dwarfed by the massive god's form. Energy pulses along the tether, each wave feeding the Adra's movements. He stops. His head cranes behind him, again accompanied by the sound of stone shearing and buckling. His eyes rest upon you. He does not reach for the cord, but considers you for a long span of silence before speaking.
Your first attempt to contact me was brave. This second attempt, is it born out of desperation or something else? Why do you continue to follow me, Watcher of Cadnua?
I really just want to be like, you destroyed my castle and ate my soul, jackass. I want to know what you're doing.
Many Kith would like to know the gods' designs. Why is it so important to you?
I'm not many Kith, as you have seen before. I am like the personal fuckaroo of the gods, so... Last time you appeared, it heralded the death of thousands.
At first, he does not respond, but there is a wavering from the light within him. A momentary dimming that allows you to see the souls within the Adra clearly.
I never sought violence or death, but Margren and the Hand Occult have ensured that the world believes the madman Widewind tried to destroy the Deerwood and everyone in it. In truth, a war was what I desired, but not one of violence. I sought a war of conscience. If people saw that the ruins so faithfully guarded by the Glanfathans were nothing more than machines the Angwithans had used to turn themselves into gods, what could that mean?
Aethys becomes silent. You can sense his presence advancing back along the cord between you. His energy flows over your hand, tendrils of light probing into the air around you. They poke and prod at the silent lost souls hovering in your vicinity.
You are in a unique position. In spite of the work of the Leaden Key and Hand Occult, you have seen through our facade.
Yep.
You know the god's true nature. Without the benefit of your knowledge, few mortals would be willing to accept the true history of their gods. After all, we weren't. The last time I walked Aora, I made a mistake in not revealing my true purpose. I believe you would understand it better than most.
I'm honored.
Yes, I will tell you, but this is not the time. As I take this body farther from the lighthouse, the tether grows weaker,
Aha.
and I have already tarried too long.
Too long have I tarried.
Soon this link will unravel completely. If I have not reached my destination when that happens, I will need to pull more souls from your world.
Wait, is that what happened at Hasongo?
It is. When you contacted me from Port Mage, I had to sever my tether to the luminous Adra. Without it, I lacked the strength to reach Hasongo.
No, fuck you. You didn't have to do that shit. Don't put that on me.
I pulled souls from the creatures of the ocean and from the people at Hasongo until I could reach the lighthouse. The soldiers and Naga there were no threat to me. I did not kill them out of malice, but simply to keep this body moving.
Did I cause you to kill all those people?
That question, Watcher, requires a more philosophical examination than we have time for.
The edges of Aethys's massive form blur and dissolve. The huge figure retreats from you. As it moves, the tether begins to rapidly unravel.
Stop
As
unraveling the
Aethys
tether!
speaks,
Leave it!
his voice sounds garbled, fragmented, and distant.
Just leave the tether, my man!
If you would know more, find me at the Ashen Maw in Margren's Teeth. I must rest there
That
before
big
I begin my
stretch.
final work. When I leave that place, you will not be able to follow.
That's what you think. Challenge accepted, motherfucker!
Before I go, I should return some of this to you. I still have need of the great power of your soul, but I can spare you this portion.
A pulse of energy moves back along the golden cord toward you. It feels familiar, comforting, even before it contacts you. The energy washes over you, flooding you with feelings and memories you had thought long forgotten until they settle back into the cracks of your soul. And then the tether and cord snap, Aethys's figure evaporating into dust that mingles with the endless gray expanse. Heat rushes over you, and the uncomfortable sensation of the Adra Pillar's presence cuts off. The gloom of the in-between is pierced by the light of the living world. You are back in the lighthouse, no longer dim. The luminous Adra beside you is filled with warmth and light.
Did they turn the glow of the Adra pillar into an actual lighthouse? Holy shit. The Naga stare at the glowing Adra, their diamond pupils wide. Sugan turns his gaze to you, his body in a cautious half-coil.
Long have we kept peace with the sand-striped people. But then, the foreign ones came and spread, killed our people, built their hives everywhere.
Your type weren't exactly accommodating.
We were sure the Godwalker came to cast them out, that driving them away was a holy mission.
Curiosity and consternation simmer in his eyes. The gods have bigger concerns than our feuds. We must learn to live together.
But on whose terms?
Yeah. His tail flicks in irritation.
We must go. I know not what this means, but our brethren should hear of it.
Not an option, Snake. Bet you were keeping count of how many good soldiers you fanged.
And now he owes us. A debt is more useful than blood.
Captain?
Pace yourself. We have more important fights ahead of us.
Aye, aye, sir.
Aloth tenses fingers and smiles. Gritting her teeth, Maya secures a weapon and stands down, her fist balled at her side.
You show us something new today, Shuffler. Thank you for this. And for your mercy.
He presses something into your palm before departing. Got a strand of favor. Cool. The item was put into your stash. Wonder how much of a hit that just happened. Clearing her throat once and then again, Maya raises her eyes to yours when you glance over.
Oh, you wanted something, Captain?
You were the one trying to get my attention.
What, me?
Maya chuckles and crosses her arms.
I'll go ahead and say it. You're halfway toward all right.
Hey! Romance! Ha ha ha! Maya purses her lips and appraises you up and down. You're not too shabby yourself, soldier.
Oh, I know. But it's kind of you to say.
Aloth gives you a pained look. God.
Have you ever... Dumb question, but here I go anyway.
Maya folds her arms and shifts her weight from one foot to the other.
You ever gotten close to someone, even though it just wasn't... ordinary?
A god... I just want to be like, a god stepped on me once. Oh, fuck. We'll go godlike. It's almost never ordinary for me.
What I'm talking about is a scenario where a difference in rank can get in the way of enjoying shore leave.
I haven't been a captain for very long, you know.
Well, that's why we have these little chats. I'm just testing the direction of the wind here. Best not to overthink it.
On the junk, the captain gets to make the rules.
Interesting answer. I like the sound of that authority. I've enjoyed that sort of arrangement before. Nothing to suggest I won't enjoy it again someday.
Maya plants her hands on her hips and smiles to herself. Sooner rather than later, one hopes.
Depends on what's in front of me and what's on the horizon, Captain. Well, I've laid out my thoughts. You must have a couple.
Da-da! I like you, Maya. Let's see where this goes.
Be a pleasure, Captain.
The edges of Maya's mouth crack with a repressed smile.
Funny thing is that Ishii can get particular about people.
Maya glances down at her bird, hiding a tiny smile.
And when he doesn't take to someone, neither do I.
What does he look for in a special friend? Oh my goodness. I have to know how that works.
You're the one with the spyglass into people's souls. You tell
True,
me how
I'm
it
a watcher.
works. Not everyone's a bird lover. That's fine. Some days I can't stand another second of Captain Stinkfeathers. But Ishii and I are never parted for longer than a few breaths. Take that however you will.
If I actually talk, oh my god, I have to go that route. Yes, absolutely. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think I'd like to speak with your bird.
Try not to use any foul language.
Oh god, no. Chuckling to herself, Maya steps back and gives you space. Perking up at attention, Ishiza takes a cautious hop closer. He tips his head to the side and fixes you with a scrutinizing glare. Try to read Ishiza's soul. No sooner do you bridge the distance to Ishiza's soul than he turns his cold, mismatched gaze towards you. The force of his attention hits you like a whip.
Well, this is unexpected.
Oh, wait, what? Are any of the gods not spying on me? That's awesome. A voice cuts through the din of your thoughts, a feminine one, accompanied by the sound of feathers rustling against each other. Helia? Glancing in your direction, Maya frowns at you. To all outward appearances, Frowns as you, to all outward appearances, whisper to yourself.
What exactly did you set out to accomplish by peering into the soul of this noble creature?
Ishiza cocks his head. Maya suggested that Ishiza and I get on better terms.
I see.
Slight breeze ruffles Ishiza's feathers.
You should already know better than to trust everything Maya has to say.
Fuck you.
The prospect of sharing her company. I can tell from here that it intrigues. Far be it from me to judge affection. Better that it bloom or wilt uninterrupted.
Rude. Helia lets out a wistful sigh that manifests as a cool breeze around your neck.
While the Deadfire is being cut, cauterized, and trampled, it is charming to find someone who makes time for such elaborate foreplay.
Alright, you could get off your ass and do something about it, Helia. I'm just saying. I answered your question, now you answer mine. What are you doing in Ishiza's soul?
Observing. The one you call Ishiza makes for a convenient lens into your travels. Try not to take it too personally.
Any advice that could help me out here?
I can say for certain that this is a very hungry, overworked, and at times underappreciated bird.
Ishiza spreads open his wings, studying his own plumage with evident curiosity.
He and Maya share that much in common, at least. Beyond that, I leave the rest up to you.
You receive the mental impression of an amused shrug. What's your take on Maya? Upon catching her name being spoken, Maya furrows her brow and glances your way again. She seems on the verge of speaking up, but then shakes her head and resumes her busyness.
Do you often turn to birds for relationship advice?
You're a god. Calm down.
I sense that Maya does not easily allow others into her confidence. She is observing you closer than you might guess. She has much on her mind. This may all be a whimsical diversion. That, or she is softening you up for the red work of her masters. But you already know about that.
That she's an assassin?
Such a heartless word for an occupation which takes great skill to practice well. I babble. What does the goddess of creativity know of kith courtship?
I would assume a lot. Ishiza tips his head to the side and winks. I guess we're finished for now.
Best of luck in your mating ritual, Watcher.
The presence pulls away and you find yourself once again staring into the eyes of an alert, if less intelligent, Ishiza. Try to feed Ishiza. As you open your pack, Ishiza hops closer, craning back his head to observe with interest. His pupils narrow with desire as he catches a whiff of shark meat. Swims some shark meat in his direction. Pecking at it delicately at first, Ishiza tosses caution to the wind and devours the haunch of meat with wild abandon. Oh, we lost aged shark meat. Isn't aged shark meat, like, really good? Pillars of Eternity. Aged shark meat. I think that's, like, really good. It is sold, but sold for a pretty high price. 65 per. It's used in shark soup and luminous lobster. Not like a one-of-a-kind thing or anything, but it does work for this particular situation. He looks up at you imploringly. I don't want to, like, overfeed Ishiza. Alright, hold up. My, Relationships, blah, 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 blah. See anything that's like a big deal. Let's just follow it through and see how it goes. You know? Offer Ishiza some more shark meat. He accepts the offer eagerly, picking apart and forcing down the meat with untrammeled joy. This time, his look is determined, ravenous. He pecks at your belongings like he would a ripe carcass. Keep it going. He flaps his wings and descends on the meat, throwing back his head to choke as much down in a single go as possible.
Now that is what I'd call a happy bird.
Hey! Maya folds her arms and grins.
Not to mention a fat bird. Pretty soon I'll have to roll him around like a cask of ale.
It's important to me that every member of the crew is well fed. And the birds.
Mark of a good captain, I'd say. Consider your performance noted.
Maya bites her thumbnail and smiles. Are we on friendlier terms yet?
It didn't take you long to open up to the idea at first. I like that eagerness.
Nice.
Let's say you've graduated to achieving the bare minimum of my favor.
Bare minimum. Maya folds her arms and grins.
Which is farther than most anyone gets.
Where do we go from here?
Well?
Touching your arm, Maya surprises herself with a gesture and pulls her hand away just as fast. Her fingers felt calloused and very warm.
Sorry. I'm not new to this. I'm just not used to sharing company longer than a single voyage. I can't say where this goes next. But I'm keen on where it is now.
What do you look for in a partner?
A man will do in a pinch, as long as their best thinking comes from the appropriate brain. Women usually make for better conversation.
Oh my god.
Not that this isn't its own kind of charming. I just get a feeling about certain people, no matter their equipment.
Dope.
I usually go for the clever ones, though they're not always clever enough to tell that I'm available. What about you? What do you fancy?
I find myself attracted to military sharpshooters. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm going for right now, right?
That right.
She raises her finger to her lips and smiles.
We're all slaves to our own nameless want, aren't we?
Shakes her head, grinning. I think we both want this as long as it's on our own terms.
Sounds nice when you say it like that. A little wholesome for my taste, but nice. However it pans out, thanks for taking the time. And for the bird food.
Let's be off! Alright, dope! So we have, we've talked Sugan and his Naga out of Hasango. The fort is now free and safe for the most part. We have reignited the Adra Pillar, and we have romanced Maya. Awesome. We've also leveled on both Kajak and Maya. We'll have to deal with that on the next video, though. We're done with this one. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around. We're going to keep playing. If you're watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.